Oh, we are back from break. We are going to be doing now Olympus versus nothing special here. We're in the same arena, so you don't have to be moving anywhere around. We are staying here. We do have just waiting for some guys to load in on red team, but let's take a quick look at blue team's build because the first thing you'll notice is we do have a 3 NG comp here, which is sort of I guess what they'd call pretty cheesy. But we'll go through those builds quickly just to sort them out, see what we've got going. We do have to start with, we've got Engineer playing rifle, celestial rifle with the Holbrook rune. He is running the 60044. He's got the accelerant pack turrets on, he's got the power wrench, so sort of your standard build. He is taking elixir gun instead of slick shoes, so he's sort of built more for the a bit more survivability 1v1. Very good. It's got condy removal and sort of a little bit of a healing pulse as well, so it's very good. It's going to be very good 1v1. And then we'll move into Chinchillo, who is running 60062, also running celestial rifle, but he is running with Rune of the Adventure, condition damage, power, and 50% endurance when you use a heal skill. So that is 60062. So that, I mean, that's an interesting rune. We'll have to see how that one works. He's got he's going to get lots of his dodges back from his heal skill. And we move into Beagle Boys here playing dagger pistol. We have got short bow here, we have got air, fire, we've got hydromancy and leeching. So, you know, hydromancy on the short bow, again, a little bit different pack runes. Berserker Element 60206, so your standard Panic Strikes build. He is playing also with blinding powder, so again, turning up on more thieves sort of more regularly. We have got Thrill of the Crime, we've got all the sort of regular builds there. Then we move into Nikki Meta here on Warrior, running 00464, the ROM variation of the Shalbo build. That extra point, of course, going into Discipline to take Destruction of the Empowered.
Yes.
3% extra damage on with boons on your target. I've had this discussion with a lot of people because you see a lot more. The 10463 seems to be more of an NA thing, whereas most EU guys tend to follow your variation of the build. Do you think that's just because of sort of where they've picked it up from? Obviously, with Tarsis was playing a build.
Yeah. Tarsis would run in the first, and he wouldn't have run Geodoom on the longbow. he runs, and he wouldn't run intelligence. He runs energy instead. But for me, it's the importance. I really prefer having more damage, more base damage, and of course, intelligence for 100% arcing arrow. Crit.
Yeah.
That is why I use the intelligence basically. You throw an arcing arrow and you swap weapon and it's 100% crit. That damage source. That damage source in especially in one-on-ones, etc. This is one of the biggest things, I think. How shoutbow actually does pressure, because it's and why I use the number 4. 4 in discipline is basically because of Ellis. And because of other shout warriors, because they always have boons, and it's like 12% extra damage on Ellis, so it's simply superior in every way, I think. But then, of course, dodge roll damage may remove blind, etc. But for me, I am more into the more 100% damage source, extra damage instead of the dodge roll,
and then
as well as
into. Oops, sorry, carry on.
As well as you don't, in my gameplay, it's gameplay difference. But in my gameplay, as a shout warrior, I'm a support-ish. Now I say it again, defensive cheese. I'm sorry if you, but I use it defensively. My dodges, I almost use them defensively all the time because I am the target of a spike or whatever. So I don't play it like a reckless dodge damage source. Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll move into Omo Nano here on the third NG. He's playing there, going for a full Condi NG on the third one, playing with Balthazar Runes, Rabid Amulet, Peacemaker Shield, Pistol, Geomancy and Doom, 60062. So he is also running Slick Shoes, Toolkit and Grenade Kit. Lots of Condi damage there. 3 NGs, going to be pretty sustainable and a very Condi heavy team here. Do you want to do red team, or do you want me to continue?
Red team. I can do a few.
Yeah.
We have then the first here, Mr. Magic Wolfine, Sigil of Doom Energy with the Hoilbrack Celestial DD Elementalist 00266, the regular traits. We have Curse Eye, Mesmer, 44006 Standard Shatta, using Pack Runes, Fire Air on the Greatsword, Sigil of Energy, and Generosity on his Sword Torch. Sword Torch is a really nice weapon set. It's more, you have that extra invis from the torch, which means that it's kind of good versus other burst classes, and you can disengage in this way over the staff then. But I would say that it's worse in maybe some 2v2s and 1-on-1s, etc. But yeah, it's a preparation, and yeah, you can use both of them.
With I will say with how they've changed blink spots, isn't staff more usually used on this map specifically? Can they not? Because can't Mesmer's phase retreat up onto the keep now?
Yes.
So that's. I will point out as well that stuff. I do tend to see stuff pointing out here, but before you move on, I'll say as well he's probably not looking forward to having to face 3 NGs here either.
Yeah, probably not. Most likely not. And then we have Mr. Vivi playing lovely DD. Lovely Staff Ellie with Hoilbrack as well, Celestial Amulet 00266. Max Tanglewood with the regular Shout Warrior build. The Destruction of the Empowered, not the Reckless Dodge one. Geomancy Doom, and yes, regular everything. Then Last Whisper using a sword. We have a Sword Dagger Thief here. Pack Runes, Berserker Amulet 20066.
Yeah, so he is running as well. He's gone for Sizer Swap to start running Quick Pockets, and all the Sword Dagger Thieves are doing it now as well.
Yeah.
So we do have that trait 12 there in Acrobatics, instead of, I believe it was Might on Dodge that they've dropped, isn't it? I think so, yeah. So they've dropped the Might on Dodge, which is why they've also dropped the Strength Runes, and now on the Pack Runes. So that is everyone. We will get everybody in and ready up. So, what are you expecting from a team? Looking at these teams, with a team with 3 NGs, what sort of rotations are they going to be looking to make with, and a Shoutbow? What are they going to be looking to make with that sort of comp?
I'm honestly not sure. I honestly have no idea how they play or what their ideas around it are. I can't really say much because I never really played with triple NG myself or so.
Let's see what we get then. So we've got, again, a fairly aggressive split here. We're going to get Last Whisper and Curse crossing here in stealth, so they're going to be looking to burst. We've got as well stealth members of blue team, the Thief. They are going to try and they are going to try and burst onto Engineer here. They're taking Vivi over as well, red team, so they are going to try and get that Staff Ellie on the point. Although he's not going to make it now. He did just hesitate. He's not going to make it onto the point. But blue are going to make it onto the other side. So to start with, blue are going to very quickly be the only team ticking, and their comp is going to allow them to keep these other points neutral for a very long time. And Curse is dropped as well. So red team now, they've got 1 point ticking against them. They're in stalemated 1v1s on the other points, and they've lost their Mesmer. So they really need to have a very quick regroup here. They might well pick up mid. They do have Nikki Meta close to going down, and Engineer as well, but Last Whisper's actually gonna... Last Whisper drops as well. And Wolfine is dropped on home, so they're actually gonna lose... They could well lose every point here. They've got 3 members down. Vivi's stomped out there. Last Whisper's bleeding out.
I'm not sure if this is a very good res. He was way too low to try to rest there, in my opinion. Especially a Mesmer without any whatsoever counter move. And now he's going for his death, I believe. So that was a slight mistake. But it's good. He probably learned.
He's actually going to poison to death up there.
Blue
Yeah.
team takes a capture point.
Oh,
Well, he
Poison.
did manage to survive that. So
poison ran out with 10 health on him there, but now they've triple capped and just NGs everywhere. Red team really need to sort of regroup and get back into this, because this is a really nasty comp for them to be facing. They may well keep kill engineer here. He's very low, down to 1,000 health, he's got bleeding and poison on him, but just the focus isn't there. And their curse is down and stomped out, and he's just gonna get the high ground and regen over here. They're just not winning any of these team fights. Okay, so what do we have? You know, they are going to get decap on mid. So Wolfien's move that. They've actually realised that 5 guys here, all 5 guys of blue team are on this point. They have got the decap on that as well. They should be able to full cap the other points. Nicky Meta's going to pull back to the point. Vivi's going to have to follow to this one really, because Curse isn't going to be able to hold that point by himself. So sort of as they respawn, good rotations there, realising that they couldn't keep those. They couldn't keep those that fight going on for long enough, but they took advantage of blue team playing over aggressive there.
Did you see that? Red team got a capture point.
And they are back into this with the 2 cap, but Vivi's going to get onto the point very low. He does have Curse there to back up with some damage, but he really needs to start regening straight away. And they immediately lose midpoint again. They just don't have the sort of ability to sustain these fights with so many NGs spamming so much AoE around. They're really finding it difficult to keep these fights alive long enough to keep any points.
yeah, it's really hard. Really hard match for red team at the moment.
Blue team takes a capture point.
We may see them. They have actually Curse has gone down on Henge as well, so Vivi's just going to be.
He's trying a sneaky decap here in the middle. Magic Wolfine, he will succeed.
Yeah.
Just that was a really nice play from Magic Wolfine. He basically fooled the enemy Shout Warrior. He went down pretending that he would just leave the fight. The warrior chases him and he ports back, manages an immobilize and a knockback for that decap. So that was a very good play from Magic Wolfine, fooling the enemy like that.
Just like that.
Straight away there, gets the
Blue team takes
decap,
a
but is
capture point.
immediately 2v1'd with Beagle Boys getting in there. So, and red team, they're not even getting their home point back. They've got Wolfien's down, Vivi stumped up, Tanglewood 2,000 health, immobilized, burning. He's almost certainly gonna die here. Curse is very close to dropping as well. Last Whisper also on half health here in this fight. And blue team with this many NGs and Shoutbow Warrior can just sustain themselves for as long as they want in these fights, really.
It's a lot of CC, that's for sure.
Yeah, we do have Last Whisper here. Went for the decap, but got caught by Engineer straight away. And again, they've got Tanglewood down on point. And Vivi as well is getting got caught in a slick shoes there, so he's had to blow his stability. He's getting focused very heavily. He's gonna start dropping soon. Curse again, very close to dropping on point here. He's having to use a defensive Blurred Frenzy there, gets the stealth off, but sort of fails the jumping puzzle to get back up there and is taken out by Beagle Boys. Again, we've got a move here by Wolfine to try and get the decap, but it's whether he can do the same thing again with the knockback. He misses the immobilize this time, so this point is going to stay capped in favor of blue. And again, we've got 3 guys from red all on respawn at the same time. And again, unfortunately, we happen to pick the wrong game to stream, I believe, because this is not turning into a great matchup. And we do have Wolfine's down again. They might well be able to get the res on him though. Wolfine does get up, so Wolfine is back up and into this. But red team haven't yet been able to win a team fight at all.
Yeah, it's looking that way. They have that Yeah, it's an interesting choice with Rune of the Adventurer on the rifle, I guess. And then they have the Rabbit Engineer. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of counter damage. It's a lot of CC.
It's just as well with sort of Mesmer and Thief not really having. I mean, Last Whisper sort of does have a little bit of Condi remove with the sword and stuff, but there's two classes there that don't have a huge. Mesmer doesn't have any, and the Thief doesn't have a huge amount of Condi
Red
remove, so
team wins.
Yeah,
they're
they
already
also.
two members at a disadvantage.
Yeah, for this red team, I think they could they should start practicing a bit with the movement of the Mesmer Thief. I think this is kind of an issue for many teams, even to get those players combined, and very much because Last Whisper is currently playing an SD Thief, so it's not really. It's kind of like back in TCG when we were playing with Helset and Sizer. They didn't really have that coordination as with a DP Thief and a Mesmer, because it's a different gameplay. SD Thief doesn't have that burst at all, so it was more of a. My personal preference would be to stack a DP Thief with a Mesmer for that two-man duo, which I think is superior, because I think burst is really a strength in this meta, especially with Celestial Amulets being the one of the most used, or if not the most used.
Yeah, we do have, again, it's like 60 points to go. We do have Wolfine here getting very low on mid. They have got decaps again, but again, they've lost side points. NG's really sort of really dominating. It's interesting to know whether this is just a comp thing, sort of beating red team. This is, I will just say as well that for red team, at least, I don't know blue team, but for red team I know that this is actually just their first day playing together, really. They put themselves together specifically for this tournament, so that might be why their coordination isn't quite as high as it should be.
Yeah, definitely. You need time to coordinate yourself, and then also, as I said, for Mesmer and a Thief, if they're not a burst combo with a DP Thief and a Mesmer, then what they are now doing is kind of, so to say, I was about to swear there, I'm sorry, but they're fucking around with trying to reach equal fights and trying to reach 2v2s, etc. But engineers versus both SD and Mesmer, it's not a matchup that you want. So I would really suggest a DP Thief with that Mesmer, or find another ground basic of composition. But then again, yeah, they're new, and also it's 3 engineers, which also can be counted many ways. So yeah.
We should just go straight into this game. We may actually, hold on 1 second, we may actually swap game, just to get a little bit of both games. Maybe the other game apparently is a lot closer, so we'll see. Let's just see where we are going. Just waiting for, if we do stay in this arena, we're just waiting for Wolfine to swap character. But I think no, we'll stay here. We'll stay and watch this match, just for there's a bit of drama going on in every match at the minute, it seems like. So we'll just keep this match going. We'll get everybody in and readied up. Unfortunately, swapping arenas would be too much of an issue. Hopefully he'll be back in just 1 second. And this, you'd have to think though that this arena is going to be pretty pretty solid for 3 NGs. They should be able to do quite well on this map. Rotationally, I mean, with the with the size of this map and sort of how quickly they can get from point to point, they managed to hold a relative 3 cap in a lot of comfort last game on a bigger map. So you have to think that if they get off to an equally quick start, we may see another snowball on this map again. We will see. Okay, so Wolfine is back and they have ready. We are just waiting for the ready up now.
The match starts soon.
Alright, so the game will be starting in a few seconds. So Wolfine has swapped onto Necro. Cavalier's Amulet, interestingly. Power Necro, yeah, Power Necro here. Interesting choice. We'll have to see how that works out. Do have the wells, so that might well work against the NGs, but we'll have to see. We do again have, it's going to be Vivi going to their home point this time. So they've only got one Ellie now, so he's going to play, we'll have to see, has he changed to play Dagger? No, he's still playing Staff, so they've worked their Staff Ellie on home. They do have the Condi Nenji Omo Nano pulling into 1v1 that. They may need to bring some of their damage back. Last Whisper has swapped to Dagger Pistol as well now, just to... I don't know whether he's watching, but after your suggestion earlier, he does seem to have taken it into account.
Yeah,
straight away they take out the Thief there. I think they did actually mower the Thief there, though.
Yeah, they just much better start. And they shouldn't try to stomp here. They should just cleave. There we go, boys.
The banner comes out, doesn't get him out.
But keep cleaving, boys. Come on.
Oh, they do get the res. They just
almost.
We do have a lich here from Wolfine, who is close to going down though as well. They really need to get this focus out. He's going to go down. Wolfine goes down on the lich, and what was originally a good start for Red is swapping now.
I think I saw a slight little stomp there, but yeah, just cleave in this situation. Pure cleave. Get that poison up fast, and don't let that banner get through. And always keep an eye on that banner. I think potentially Last Whisper had the possibility, but it's very hard. It's hard sometimes to interrupt the banner. But it was a good start for them initially. That kill would have been a lot of help. Probably even the one team fight there. But sadly, that banner comes off. They get him up, and they now are on the urge of losing every point.
Yeah, we do have Curses going to go down. Up in a corner, we've got all of their DPS down. Tanglewood's out as well, so he can't even, no chance of a banner. Vivi is just sort of stuck here between points, isn't going to be able to go anywhere. Red straight away need to regroup, and again, this 3 NG comp is really making Red Team struggle.
And currently Blue are just positioning at the moment. As you see, they're just standing here waiting for the enemies to make their move, taking points. But it's a good, we see a Red regroup here. They've actually managed to regroup all 5 players. All 4 players, except the already stomped Mr. Vivi.
Yeah, and they are going straight for the Warrior Nikki Meta. They need their focus. Wolfine immobilized. They're stuck in a slick shoes. They really need to. They are going to get the decap. Last Whisper jumps ahead to get that, and they really need to put all of their focus. They need to secure a kill. They really need to start swinging these team fights in their favor. The curse is down again. This he's not gonna get the. He's not going to get that either. Last Whisper here is going to go down as well. Wolfine out of Death Shroud, runs out of Death Shroud, also drops. So we're going to have another 3-man wipe here. Tangle is near the point. Isn't going to use his banner on that. Curse just respawns. Vivi's on the point as well. The banner does come out actually. The banner does come out. I believe gets Wolfine up, but he's just going to drop again straight away. Maybe you should have saved the banner for a little bit more of a sort of a time when you know that your guy isn't going to go straight back down again. Vivi does drop as well. Tanglewood is going to follow very quickly. He isn't going to be able to stay up for long in this. And again, we've got another 3-man wipe. We do have Omo Nano's gone down in the base here. He was trying to solo Lord. Blue team's sitting on this comfortable 3 cap. And again, we've got to hope. We do have a mower come out on engineer here, so we do need. They do need to get this DPS up, but again, Last Whisper straight away. Beagle is straight away on Last Whisper and is going to take him out. Does take him out in the wall refuge there, so he's down. Curse is half health, going for the res. Is he going to get it? No, he's going to go down as well. He does have to Blood Frenzy, but he's going to drop 2, and Beagle takes both of the DPS guys out from. They do have Wolfine out. Wolfine isn't going to be able to get that either, and both Curse and Last Whisper are going to drop Wolfine down to almost half health. And again, they do get a Lich out, but I think Blue are just going to try and end this, go for the Lord straight away. They've got Beagle going in, they've got Nicky Meta, they've got Engineer, and Red Team are calling GG. This is, again, a little, definitely some of the most one-sided games we've had today. It's unfortunate. All of our games usually are really, really close, and the other match was apparently really close as well. But today we've had a little bit of bad luck in our streamed matches. But we will be seeing these guys go ahead 2-0 into the final. I forgot to change the score there, but it is 2-0 for nothing special here.
Did you see that? Red team got a capture point.
And that is that. We will again take another short break. We'll be back in another 5 minutes ish. We'll just wait for the other game to finish and get these guys into the arena, and we will see you guys in just 5 minutes.